Welcome to episode number 12 of this Dallas Stars NHL 22 franchise series. And today I'm obviously playing my today I'm obviously playing my Dallas Stars NHL 22 franchise. As you can see on the screen, we're about to play the Seattle Kraken. It is the playoffs based on the title of this video, because the title of this video should be round 2. Based on the title of this video, or it's in this episode, what I'm trying to say is, in this episode, it's the playoffs, or another playoff game, rather. And based on the title, you should know that, because the title of this video should be Round 2, Game 6 versus Kraken. As you also can see on the screen, we're the team on the right, so that means we're the home team for this game. And you might be able to see it right now. Right there, you might be able to see it. But either way, we're down 3-2 to the Kraken. We were down 3-2 against the Canucks, and team had to win that series. Won game 6, 6-3, and then won game 7, 6-3 as well. And won that series 4-3. And now we're down 3-2 here in this series. And like I said, we were down 3-2 we were down 3-2 to Vancouver, and came back to win that series 4-3. And this is the same situation here in round number 2. Seattle's up 3-2 on Dallas. But we're not dead yet. We gotta start by first winning game 6, and then we gotta win game 7. Game 6 is in Dallas, and then game 7, if there is one, is back in Seattle. As you can see in the other Western Conference series, up here it's the Blackhawks and the Jets, and right now it's 3-2 Jets in that series. I believe the Jets have home. I believe the Blackhawks have home ice advantage, because the team on the left is usually the team that has home ice advantage. So the Blackhawks have home ice advantage in that series. I might have just said home field advantage, but either way, the Blackhawks have home ice advantage in that series. But the Jets lead that. But the Jets are up 3-2, the Blackhawks have, in the Blackhawks and Jets series, the Blackhawks do have home ice advantage, I believe. But the Jets do lead the Blackhawks in that best of 7 series, 3-2. And then the Kraken lead the Stars 3-2 as well. And then the 2 Eastern Conference second round series are both over. The Hurricanes beat the Rangers 4-1, and then the Maple Leafs, yes, the Maple Leafs, beat the Canadiens 4-1. You know it's a video game when the Maple Leafs are actually in the Eastern Conference Finals, because they haven't won a playoff series in a long time in real life. But in this game, they've won 2 playoff series. They beat the Bruins 4-2, and then they beat the Maple Leafs beat the Bruins 4-2, and then the Maple Leafs beat the Canadiens 4-1. And then for the Hurricanes beat the Panthers 4-3 in round number 1, and then they beat the Rangers 4-1 in round number 2. So it's the Hurricanes and the Maple Leafs in the Eastern Conference Finals, and now obviously neither of the 2 teams in the Western Conference Finals have been determined. So there's 6 teams left here in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's the 2023 Stanley Cup playoffs. It is season number 2 here in this franchise. Season number 1, we didn't make the playoffs. But season number 2, which is this season, in season number 1, the Stars did not make the playoffs. In season number 2, which is this season, obviously, season number 1, the Stars didn't make the playoffs. Season number 2, we did make the playoffs, obviously, because we're still in the playoffs. So season 1, we didn't make the playoffs, but season 2, we obviously made the playoffs because we're in the playoffs right now. But the Stars are 1 loss away from getting eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's see if we can force a Game 7 back in Seattle. We will force a Game 7 back in Seattle. A winner take all Game 7 back in Seattle if we win Game 6 in Dallas. And yeah. I gotta show you the lines though, as it says Claude Giroux right here leads our team in points. 12 games. He's played all 12 games here in the playoffs so far. I believe we only played 12 games. Well, no, we've played more than 12 games, I think. Because we played 7 in round 1. Yeah, we've played 13 games, I'm pretty... No. Oh yeah, we have played 12 games, because we did 7 games, plus 5 is 12. I just had a brain fart. Yeah, he's played all 12 games here in the playoffs. Claude Giroux has 6 goals, 7 assists, and 13 points. He leads the Stars in points here in the playoffs. But yeah, this team is decimated by injury, because we're missing 3 players. Here's our current lines. So we have Andre Burakovsky, Trevor Zegras. Yeah, we got Trevor Zegras and John Gibson, who's our goalie, via trade from the Anaheim Ducks. We got him via trade from the Anaheim Ducks last year, and at the time the Ducks were the best team in the NHL points-wise, and that year, which was last season, they did finish with the best record in the NHL, the Ducks did, points-wise, and the Ducks ended up winning the Stanley Cup in season number 1, and the Ducks ended up winning the Stanley Cup in season number 1, and this year in season number 2, the Ducks did make the playoffs. I believe it's the 8th seed in the Western Conference, but lost to the 1-seeded. I believe it was a 1-seeded, whoever the 1 seed is in the Western Conference, which might be the Chicago Blackhawks. But either way, the Ducks won the Stanley Cup last year in season 1, and then here in season 2, they still made the playoffs. The Ducks did, but in their first full season without Zegras and Dibson, but they weren't the 1 seed, they were the 8th seed in the Western Conference and lost in round number 1. But yeah, it's Andre Burakovsky, Trevor Zegras, and Ty Dellandrea, or it's Andre Burakovsky, Trevor Zegras, and Ty Dellandrea. Dellandrea is back from injury. This will be his first game back from injury. Second line, we have Nick Camano. It could be Nicholas Camano or Tamano. Nick Camano, though, that's Nick obviously is short for Nicholas. So Nick Camano or Tamano, Claude Giroux, Luke Glendening. Third line, yeah, Adam Mascarin, which you probably don't know who that is. I know who it is. In real life, I think he's not with the Dallas Stars organization anymore. I believe he's playing in like Sweden or somewhere overseas. But in this game, he's still a member of the Dallas Stars organization. He was down with the Texas Stars, the AHL affiliate of the Dallas Stars. I had to call him up though because we had another injury. Rupe Hintz is injured. He got injured in Game 5 against Seattle. Which games 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all off camera. I'll show you the final scores of the games off camera after I show you the rest of the lines here. But yeah, I had to put him in the lineup, and then that was after Rupe Hintz got injured in Game 5, and then before Game 6, when I was simming up to Game 6, it said Dellandrea was back, but then I decided to leave Mascarin in, and then I took Tanner Kero out. So I took Tanner Kero out, and then Ty Dellandrea replaced Tanner Kero, so Adam Mascarin stayed in the starting lineup. He hasn't played a game yet. And then we have, like I said, Adam Mascarin, which I'm not sure if he's ever played in the NHL before. I'm not sure. I actually have no idea. But then we have Tyler Sagan and Jason Robertson. That's our third line. Fourth line, Michael Raffel, Radek Fatsa, and Yoel Kiviranta. And then our three defensive lines, Miro Heiskanen, Scott Mayfield, Devon Taves, Josh Matson, Alex Golodowski, and Cale Fleury. And then our scratches, because we do have two healthy scratches. We have, Tomas Hertl's been injured since I think he got injured in the last week of the regular season. And then Zach Bedosian, he's a healthy scratch, along with Tanner Kero. And then, like I said, Tomas Hertl's injured. Joe Pavelski, our captain, is injured. He's been injured since, I believe, Game 6. He got injured in Game 6 of the first round against the Canucks. And then Hertl's been injured since, like I said, the last week of the regular season. He hasn't played he's been injured, like I said, since the last week of the regular season. Pavelski got injured in Game 6 against Vancouver in the first round. And then Rupe Hintz got injured in the previous game against Seattle. So this is a beat-up team. I mean, we don't have three good players: Joe Pavelski, Rupe Hintz, and Tomas Hertl. I mean, one got injured, like I said, in the last game, or sometime I believe during the last week of the regular season. That was Hertl. Pavelski got injured in round 1, and then Hintz got injured in the previous game, where we lost in overtime. We lost the last 2 games in overtime, which that wasn't helpful. So yeah, Game 1 the last episode was Game 1. If you haven't seen any of the last 11 episodes of this series, plus this episode, obviously, this episode plus the last 11 episodes are in the playlist for this series, and that playlist for this series will be in the eye in the sky in the top right-hand corner right up here. There should be an icon that pops up at the beginning of the video. But the last episode of the series was Game 1 against the KRAKEN in Seattle, where we won 3-0. So we won Game 1 3-0. Then we lost Game 2 3-0. And then the series shifted to Dallas, we won Game 3 4-1 to take a 2-1 series lead, and then Game 4 we lost 3-2 in overtime at home in Dallas, and the series was tied after we lost 3-2 in overtime in Game 4. Then the series was tied at 2. As the series shifted back to Seattle for Game 5 and Game 5 only, and we lost that game 5-4 in overtime. So we lost Game 4 and Game 5 both in overtime. So we had a 1-0 series lead, then it was 1-1, then 2-1 Dallas, then 2-2, and now it's obviously 3-2 Seattle. This is the first elimination game for either team in this series. And if we lose this game, the series is over. Or if we lose this game, this season is over, and this series is over as well. Because I did not mean to do that. If we lose this game, the season is over, obviously, and the series is also over, because I usually ask for the new NHL game, which in this case is NHL 23, which in real life comes out like 3 days from now. But I usually ask for the new NHL game each year for Christmas, and Christmas is like 2.5 months away, and if we lose this game, the season is over, and I'm not going to have time to start another season and try to win another Stanley Cup. Or I'm not going to basically, if we lose this game, the season's going to be over, and I'm not going to have time to do another season and try to win a Stanley Cup. The first time I said that, I said another Stanley Cup. It wouldn't be another Stanley Cup. But I want to have time to do another season and try to win a Stanley Cup. Like I said, I want to have time to do another season to try to win a Stanley Cup. But I still have a chance to win the Stanley Cup here this season, and this will be my last chance to win a Stanley Cup in this series. I still have a chance to win it in my Be a Pro series. But yeah, enough with that. So yeah, let's get into the game. The game is on Monday, May 8th, 2023. Game 6, Seattle at Dallas, with Seattle up 3-2. Seattle trying to move on, Game 6, Seattle at Dallas. Seattle's up 3-2, as Seattle is 1-1 away from the Western Conference Finals. And Dallas, well, they're just trying to stay alive and force a winner-take-all Game 7 back in Seattle. Let's get it. Game 6, Seattle, if they win, they move on. And if Dallas wins, Dallas will force a winner-take-all Game 7 back in Seattle 2 nights from now in this game. And there's our captain, Joe Pavelski, on the screen right there, but obviously he's injured. Home uniforms for us, away uniforms for the Kraken. Style traditional, length 4 minutes, skill pro, honest, trainer, adaptive. Let's get into it. Sorry, it's like 13 minutes into the video already, and I haven't even loaded it into the game yet, but I just said style traditional, length 4 minutes, skill pro, honest, trainer, adaptive. Let's get into Game 6, Seattle at Dallas, with the Kraken up 3-2. Seattle trying to move on to the Western Conference Finals for most likely the first time in franchise history, while Dallas is trying to force a winner-take-all. Game 7 back in Seattle 2 nights from now in this game. Let's get into Game 6 right now. Here we go. Game 6, Seattle at Dallas. We have a better offense by 3. They have a better defense by 1, and then we have a better goalie by 2. So we have a better offense and goalie, but the Kraken we have a better offense and goalie, but the Kraken have a better defense. Let's watch a presentation. James Savolsky, round 2, Game 6. They're 7-3 in the playoffs. We're 6-6. Round 2, Game 6. Kraken at Stars here in Dallas. As we lose the open and draw, or actually we win the open and draw the tie-up to start Game 6. And here's Burakovsky. He just got clubbed. Not clumped. Here we go. Here's Delandria. And now a centering pass stopped by Gibson on Eberle. Eberle, which I believe is the captain of the Seattle Kraken. That's around the boards. Now Wenberg. Wenberg lost the puck. And is there a penalty? No, there's not a... Oh, great. Burakovsky's injured. On that big hit, like a minute into the game, he got injured. It was by Eberle, which he is the captain of the Kraken, because I saw the C on his jersey. But great, now there's a Dallas Stars player and the Dallas Stars trainer helping Burakovsky down the tunnel. Another injury for this beat-up Dallas Stars team. Definitely not what we needed, obviously. Here's Delandria. He just got killed. He just came back into the lineup, but he got up. Okay, here's Diedrich. And that pass is blocked. Now Schwartz has got it up on the boards in front of the Seattle bench as we're 3.5 minutes in the game sits. No score here in Dallas. And to play, not into his bat side. And now pass up ahead. It's Camano who just lost the puck. Here's Wenberg. Wenberg just got hit hard. That was by Mayfield. Up ahead now, Camano. Camano just lost the puck to Adam Larson. Here's Alexander Wenberg again. He just got absolutely T-boned. And up ahead, Robertson. Over. Sadin. Save. Rebound. Behind the net. Swoops all the way around. Stopped by Grubauer. And kicked out of there. Sadin. A shot star! Tyler Sadin! And the Stars strike first in Game 6. 7th goal of the playoffs for Sadin. And the Stars strike first here in this bid, Game 6. It's an elimination game for Dallas, but the Stars strike first here in Game 6 against Seattle. And the Stars strike first here in Game 6 on home ice. They score with 12:44 to go in the opening period, assisted by Robertson and Camano. Here's Masterin. Now Sadin, he scores! Sadin again! 2 goals in like 24 seconds. And the Stars double their lead in a blink of an eye. As that was Masterin with the centering pass, hit a Seattle stick, but then Sadin was still able to get the puck. And he scored 2 goals in, I believe it was 24 seconds. And the Stars double their lead in a blink of an eye. Assisted by Masterin and Madsen. So assisted by Adam Masterin and Josh Madsen. I know that's those are 2 similar names, 2 M names, Masterin and Madsen. But they did the assist. Here's Madsen with the second assist. Here we go, here's Madsen. A center pass, that's Taves! Stop! Oh my goodness, it was right there, but Grubauer covers it and throws it out. Here's Donnie Gord. DePote. Here's Taves. As we're halfway through the first period here in Game 6. 2-0 Dallas. Off the glove of Grubauer. Now Madsen starts trying to... They're pressuring. Here's Sponsa. Trying to 5-hole. Stopped and held by Grubauer. As you can see, they're Sadin, one of our 2 alternate captains. Because you can see the A on his jersey. He's 1 goal from the hat trick. And there's still 2.5 periods to go. Give or take. Here we go. Claude Giroux on the face-off, and we lose it. Here's Vince Dunn. 9 minutes to go in the first period here in Game 6. 2-0 Dallas. But it's not over. Nowhere close to over here. Here's Strome. Now in front. Tanev! And it was Strome DePote by the defender. And I did not mean to do that. That probably an ice-in. Apparently it's not an ice-in. Seattle got to the dots first, but no ice-in. Up ahead, Yanni Gord. 7 minutes though. Here's Strome. Good play. Here's Madsen now. Up ahead. That's, I don't know who that is. Good play. Now a break. Oh, that probably was a goal for Glendening, but the pass was intercepted. 6 minutes to go. Here's Rostalainen. And a shot. Stopped by Dipson. Now Madsen in the corner. Kicked out of there. And now Glendening. Glendening just got killed. But following up is Camano, who also got destroyed, sort of. 4 minutes to go in the period. Still 2-0 Dallas, but like I said, it's nowhere near stands nowhere near over. Here's Seattle! Shot stopped, and Taves has got the rebound. And here's Sadin over a hat trick. A playoff hat trick in the first period, and a centering pass hit a skate and was covered by Grubauer. 2:49 to go in the period. There's Eberle, their captain, leads his team in points with 9 points here in the playoffs. 5 goals and 4 assists. Here we go. 2-0 Stars, thanks to 2 goals by Tyler Sadin. Here's the shot, Mayfield! On the face-off win by Sadin. It was stopped by Grubauer. Back the other way. Down low, Wenberg backhand stopped by Gibson, and he covers it. 1:55 to play. Top 10 in goals. Sadin has, well, that's coming into the game. Now I believe he has 8 goals. Pretty sure he has 8 goals, but I think he said it had 6 coming in. Now, and it's student of the day off the tie. We lose the face-off. Here's a shot. Pad save Gibson. Here's Robertson. I don't know, last time he scored in the playoffs. Shot, score! That's Masterin in his first game of the playoffs. It's his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal, I'm pretty sure. Or at least his first Stanley Cup playoff goal this year, and that might be his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal. But what a time that did it. Masterin was inserted into the lineup because of an injury by Rupe Hintz, and well, he was ready to play in his first game after coming in for an injury. Scores. He came in for Rupe Hintz. Adam Masterin did, and Masterin scores in his first Stanley Cup playoff game, at least this year, and possibly his first career Stanley Cup playoff game, or he scores here in his first Stanley Cup playoff game this year, and possibly his first career Stanley Cup playoff game ever, and he possibly took his first career goal. And what a save by Gibson! First career Stanley Cup playoff goal, that is. That's a save. Now it's behind the net. Mayfield's got it. He lost it. 2 seconds and 1. That's the end of the first period. But what a first period for Dallas, as they're up 3-0 after 20 minutes of play here in Game 6. 3-0 Dallas after 1 here in Dallas. What a period. As Saden scored 2 goals in like 24 seconds, and then Masterin scored the 3rd goal. Shots are 9-9. So we have 3 goals on 9 shots, and obviously the Kraken have no goals on 9 shots. So we've scored a goal on a third of our shots. Faceoffs 5-4 in favor of Seattle. Time attack, they have about 30 seconds more, Seattle does. Hits 7-7. Shots 9-9. But goals at 3-0 in favor of Dallas. Staden has 2 goals. Masterin had the 3rd goal. And the Stars right now are looking good, as they are up 3-0 here in Game 6, as they are trying to force a winner-take on Game 7 back in Seattle 2 nights from now in this game. Let's get into the second period here in Game 6. Let's get into the second period here in Game 6. 3-0 Stars. That goal by Masterin was his first Stanley Cup playoff goal this year, in his first Stanley Cup playoff game, and that goal might have been his first career Stanley Cup. That goal might have been was definitely his first Stanley Cup playoff goal this year, and it might have been his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal ever. Here we go. Here's Tamano. Hastinen. Here's Mayfield. Still has it. Shot was blocked. Mayfield got it back. The second one was stopped by Larson with a stick. What a hit. What a forecheck. Delandria. Here's Hastinen. Got bumped. Seedris got like T-boned. And then his center pass at the side of the net. Here's Delandria. Back from injury. He missed, I don't know how many games he missed, but he might have been injured after Game 1, but either way, he's back from injury after missing, I don't know how many games. Here we go, to forecheck. We really hemmed in Seattle. Everly just went down. Multiple players went down. Here's Hastinen, one of our defensemen on our top forward line, and they score! Robertson! Snuck through Grubauer, and it's 4-0 Stars. I don't know if that's his first goal of the playoffs or not. Yeah, Hastings is one of our 2 defensemen on our first defensive line. I think I said forward line right before the goal, but Hastings, one of our 2 defensemen on our first defensive line. And Hastings fed Robertson, and Robertson's shot went right through Grubauer, and that is the 5th goal of the playoffs for Robertson. I'm not sure who got the assist. Well, Hastings got one of the assists. I'm not sure if it was only him or if someone got another assist. But either way, it's a goal by Robertson, and we're up 4-0. Here's Saden with 14 minutes to go in the second. Shot! Blocker saved Grubauer. And Mayfield just got killed behind the net. We already lost Burakowski, remember that. And he's probably not going to be playing in Game 7. Because usually when a player goes back to the locker room like he did, he misses the rest of the game he got injured in, plus some additional games. And that will most likely be the case. And if it is, he'll miss Game 7. And possibly more time if we get to the next round. And Saden has a hat trick. And it's 5-0. There's Victory Green, as Dallas mascot. That's 3 goals for Saden. 3rd of the game, 9th of the playoffs, and he has a playoff hat trick. And we're not even halfway through game. And we're not even halfway through Game 6. As 12:06 to go in the second, and it's 5-0. Assisted by Hastinen and Masterin. Masterin has, I think, like 3 points in this game. I think he has a goal and 2 assists. Fonsa's shot has missed the net, but I believe Masterin has a goal and 2 assists. at least a goal and 1 assist, but I believe he has a 1 goal and 2 assists in his Stanley Cup playoff debut, at least this year, and possibly in his first career Stanley Cup playoff game. His first Stanley Cup playoff game this year, and possibly his first ever Stanley Cup playoff game. Here we go! Here's Spotsa! Grubauer is still in the game for now. I thought they would pull him, but they haven't yet. As we're halfway through Game 6, we're up 5-0 and 29 minutes away from forcing a Game 7. Dumped down now, Spotsa! I want to lay out that guy so hard, but he turned the other way. You know, at 8:30 to go in the second, we're up 5-0 and on the doorstep. He didn't miss anything. The puck is in our zone. 7:54 to go in the second. It's 5-0 Stars. The shots are only 13-10 in favor of Dallas. We only have 3 more shots in Colorado, or we have only 3 more shots than Seattle, but we have 5 more goals. 5-0, and Drew lost the puck. Gets it back though. Up against the boards, kicked out of there. Here's Kamano. Shot from the tough angel is stopped by Grubauer, and he throws it out to Jamie Oleksiak, a former Dallas Star. He was a Dallas Star before the Kraken were a team. Here's Matson rather. And now Everly, here's a shot! Stopped by the goaltender, and now a center pass, stopped by Gibson, and they score! Winbird on the doorstep, and it's 5-1. As there's the Seattle fans here in Dallas, finally has something to celebrate. And it's 5-1 with 5:17 to go in the second, but we're still up by 4, assisted by Baston and Eberle. Remember, Eberle is the Seattle captain, and it's 5-1. Here's Claude Giroux. Somehow got through there. Blocker save, Grubauer. Kamano kicked it out. Giroux just got absolutely demolished. We already lost Burakovsky for the rest of this game, probably for Game 7, and possibly more games beyond that if we get to the Western Conference Finals. And that puck was just sitting there, but stopped by Gibson. And that got intercepted by Schwartz. Oleksiak, but Oleksiak's pass is intercepted by Tamano. Here we go, a center and pass. Giroux lost the puck, but then Seattle lost the puck. And now a center and pass, and that's at the post. It's Lundin at the post. That's a weird everything right there. And there's a penalty on us. I saw where the penalty was. I believe it's going to be interference. Shot by Everly, stopped by the goalie. Stopped by Gibson, and that's going to be interference. Yeah, I thought I saw that in our zone. It's on Tamano. Interference, which means he hit a Seattle player without the puck, or he hit a Seattle player that didn't have the puck. 1:01 to go in the second. 2-minute power play for Seattle, down 4. There's a shot by Dunn at the post. How did that stay out? And then his skate, Gordon scores off a turnover. Seattle with the post. Dallas got the puck then. Couldn't clear it, and then Yanni Dord shoots it from the right circle into the back of the net. I believe it was blocker side on Gibson, and it's a 3-goal game. In the final minute of the second period, it was unassisted as the clearing attempt by Hastings hit a skate of a Dallas player after Seattle hit the post, and then Gord took the puck after hit the skate of the Dallas player. Gord took the puck and scored, and now a good poke check by Gibson. 4 seconds. Looking for a buzzer beater. Here's Sagan for 4. Stopped by the goalie. Hastings with one last shot. It would have been after the buzzer if the puck went in. Puck would have went into the net. Would have went into the net after the buzzer. If it didn't go in the net, but if it did go into the net, it would have been after the buzzer. 5-2 Dallas after 40 minutes of play here in Game 6. As the Stars are 20 minutes away from Game 7. Shots are now actually 17-16 in favor of Seattle. We're still up by 3. In that period, there was 4 goals scored, 2 by each team. But in the first period, there was 3 goals scored, all by the Stars. And then in the second period, there was 4 goals scored, 2 by each team. As Winbird had the first goal for Seattle, Gord had the second goal. Sagan has 3 goals for Dallas. And then Maskern has 1. And then Maskern has 1. Sagan has 3. And then who has the other one? And then Robertson has the other one. So Sagan has 3, Maskern has 1, Robertson has 1. Maskern has a goal and 2 assists. Sagan has 3 goals. Robertson has a goal and 2 assists. Hastings has 2 assists. Matson has an assist. Mayfield has an assist. Cedars has an assist. Tamano has an assist. And that's it. But yeah, Sagan has 6 shots on goal. I mean, we only have 16 shots on goal as a team. Sagan has 6 of them. So actually 17-16 in favor of Seattle. Shots are 17-16 in favor of Seattle, but the goals are 5-2 in favor of Dallas. Hits are 14-13 in favor of Dallas. Faceoffs 8-7 in favor of Dallas. Penalty minutes 2-0 in favor of Dallas. Power plays, Seattle had one and scored 7 seconds into the power play, and then the Stars haven't had a power play yet, and then neither team has a shorthanded goal. So yeah, let's get into the third period here in Game 6. 5-2 Dallas, as the Stars are 20 minutes away from forcing a Game 7. Here we go. Stars 20 minutes away from Game 7, but this game is not over until it's over. Here we go. Third period, Stars up by 3. And we win the open draw of the third period, and that pass is intercepted by Everly. Here we go. And now a good play here. Seattle's only pushing here. 19 minutes to go, down 3. Here's Larson to the slot. Stopped by the pad of Dixon. And that was an errant pass. Alexiak kept it in. Down low. Stopped by Dixon. But Seattle's starting into some momentum here as we're hemmed into our own zone. Finally, Tamano picked off a pass. Or Tamano did. And a shot! Glove save Grubauer, and he almost threw that to a Dallas Stars player. And it's flipped out by Seattle. And Tamano just got killed. Here's Schwartz. A centering pass! That might have saved the goal as it was intercepted by Haston, and up ahead Zedris. Easy save for Grubauer. 15:51 to go in the third. Stars still up 5-2. Top 10 in hits. I see Mayfield, and I believe Zedris is on there, or Haston. And by the way, our third line has scored all 5 goals, which is insane. Our third line. Here's Mayfield. That didn't go. And that was center and pass out blocked, and then Mayfield went barreling in and hit Grubauer, but Grubauer covers the puck, and there's no penalty for goalie interference or anything. But our third line is Masterin, Sadin, and Robertson. Sadin has 3 goals, Masterin has 1 goal, and then Robertson has the other goal. So our third line has scored all 5 goals, that's something that you might not hear. You might hear like, oh, our first line scored all 5 goals, but our third line scored all 5 goals. Here's Masterin. I believe that was Masterin. Glove save Grubauer, and he throws it out. 14 minutes to go. Stars still up 5-2 here, and Strome was winning to a roadblock, and now Robertson's got it. Here's Sadin. Sadin looking for 4, lost the puck just inside the blue line. Here's Ryan Strome. Toe drags by the Dallas blue line. Back to Jamie Alexiak. Larson with a shot blocked. Now Tanev. Shot stopped by Dixon. And now Robertson. I don't know why our third line seems like they're out there for like forever. Here's a shot. Blocker save by Grubauer. And now Hastings went down in the corner. A wraparound by Robertson. Stop rebound. Oh, what a save by Grubauer. On the rebound. And that keeps Seattle in the game because another goal by Dallas will probably put it away. 10:43 to go. We're still up by 3 though. And we lose the face-off. Here's Alexiak. Intercepted by Claude Giroux and a shot stopped by the blocker of Grubauer. Here's Pajot. Here's Alexiak. Under 10 to play. We're up by 3. Alexiak got tripped up. No penalty. Here's Larson. Ball right on the doorstep. Pajot got punched in from behind. And now Glendening. Well, the pass to Glendening was picked off. Here's Lynn. Stopped by whoever that was, and eventually the puck's now behind the net. I don't know why my number 10 didn't did it. That's Taves. And I'll pass it out. Taves got the pass, or got the puck. I don't know what happened there. Sent down the ice, and that will be an icing by Dallas. It's Seattle's first of the dots. I don't know what that was. I tried to pass it to the guy up at the boards and said it didn't go anywhere near him, and it went up the ice and down for an icing. 7:10 to go, though. I have our second line out there now. They're tired, but they couldn't change on the icing. Here we go. If you ice the puck, you cannot change. If you don't know that, well, now you do. Here we go. Here's Glendening. Masson's got it. I don't know. I meant to pass it to my other defenseman. And now behind the net, that is Dixon. And I'll come out and pass it to Tamano. Here's Tamano with a shot. Blocked, or a glove save by Grubauer. He passes it out. Here's Schwartz. 5 minutes. And now below the goal line, up to the top, to the slot. Everly poked by Glendening, foot race, but then their first has been done. As the Stars are 4 minutes away from Game 7. 5-2 Stars here in Game 6. And a center pass, Schwartz. Gibson standing up makes the save with 3:28 to play. Here we go. We lose the face-off. Here's Everly. Here's Dunn. I don't know what that was, but it went down the ice. Here's Wenberg, who scored the first Seattle goal, while Gord scored the second goal for Seattle. Both were in the second. Good play. Here's Saden. Already has 3 goals. Here's Robertson. Shot. Stopped by Grubauer. There we go. Stars 154 from Game 7. And we win the draw. Here's Mayfield down around the guy to the slot. Point blank range stopped by Grubauer. And now Mayfield, I don't know what that was. And now Tanev's got it. He might be on a breakaway. He is on a breakaway. Save Gibson. And he's got it. I passed it out just because there's a minute left and we're up by 3. Here's Saden for 4, but he lost the puck inside the blue line. 45 seconds to go. What a hit. Up ahead now, Robertson. Tannen did it out. Here's Yanni Gord. Here's Tannen, got blocked by his own teammate. And now it rolled around the slot and just went wide of the net. Here's Gord. A centering pass intercepted by Hastinen. Now Masterin, who has possibly his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal in this game. And he lost the puck. Now Mayfield pass is intercepted by Pajot. And then that poke checked away. Masterin turns by and lost the puck. A centering pass, they score! Pajot, but there's only 10 seconds left. Off a turnover, and then off a turnover by Dallas, and then a centering pass by Seattle. To Pajot, who was wide open on the weak side. It was Gord who had the centering pass to Pajot, who was wide open. It's 5-3 now, and we score! Cedrus with 6 seconds to go, and it's 6-3. As it was 5-3 after the Pajot goal, but then 4 seconds later, Cedrus gets a goal of his own, 9th goal of the playoffs for Cedrus, and it's now 6-3 Dallas. And you recognize that score as a score of Game 6 against Vancouver in the first round, and that's only the final score here in Game 6 of the second round. 3, 2, 1, Stars force Game 7 as they win Game 6, 6-3. Saden got 3 goals, Robertson got 1, Masterin got 1, and then Cedrus got the last one with 6 seconds left. There's a salute by the Stars players to the Stars fans here at the arena. Good play, boys. Not good play. Good game, boys. Masterin at the 3rd star, 1 goal, 2 assists, and 1 hit. Now he's the 3rd star. 2nd star might be Robertson, maybe? Robertson. 1 goal, 2 assists, 1 hit. Same line as Masterin. Yeah, Masterin was the 3rd star. Robertson was the 2nd star. And then the 1st star is going to be Saden. Yeah, Saden. 3 goals, no assists, no hits. He's the 1st star. Jason Robertson is the 2nd star. 1 goal, 2 assists, 1 hit. And then Adam Masterin is the 3rd star. Has the same line as Robertson, which was 1 goal, 2 assists, and 1 hit. So Masterin possibly in his first career Stanley Cup playoff game. This is possibly his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal. But either way, it's his first Stanley Cup playoff game this year, and he gets his first Stanley Cup playoff goal this year as well. And possibly he got his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal in his first career Stanley Cup playoff game. But either way, we win the game 6-3. Time of attack, Seattle had about 45 seconds more. Shots were 27-23 in favor of Dallas. Hits were 17-17. Passing, they were 20% more, or 20% better. Seattle was. Faceoffs 14-10 in favor of Dallas. Penalty minutes, there was only that 2-minute minor for interference on Tamano, which led to a power play goal by Yanni Gord 7 seconds into the power play. And then neither team scored a shorthanded goal because Seattle was never shorthanded and Dallas was never on the power play. And then obviously we were only shorthanded for 7 seconds before Gord scored that power play goal late in the second period. We were only shorthanded for 7 seconds before Gord scored that shorthanded goal, or before Gord scored that power play goal, 7 seconds into the power play, and that was late in the second period. So we won the game 6-3. We won game 6 against Vancouver in the first round 6-3, and we won game 6 here in the second round against Seattle 6-3 as well. And now we're going to Game 7, which is back in Seattle 2 nights from now in this game. It's 2 nights from now in this game, but in real life, I'm not sure when the next episode of the series will be. Obviously, there will be next episode, at least one more episode there will be at least one more episode of the series. The next episode of the series will be Game 7 against Seattle in Seattle. So yeah, hopefully we can win that game. Because if we win Game 7, we'll move on to the Western Conference Finals. As I'm trying to win a Stanley Cup here in season number 2, which will be a second and final season of this series before hopefully I get NHL 23 for Christmas. And if I do, well, remember Christmas is December 25th, obviously, and that's like 2.5 months from now. So yeah, we are, well, officially now we are 9 wins away from a Stanley Cup, but we gotta start first by winning Game 7 against Seattle, and then beating whoever we play in the Western Conference Finals, and then beating whoever we play in the Stanley Cup Finals, if we even get that far. Because for all we know, we might lose Game 7, which hopefully we don't, or we win Game 7 but lose in the next round, or we win Game 7, win in the Western Conference Finals, but lose in the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't know. We gotta just take it one game at a time. Next episode of the series will be Game 7 against Seattle, in Seattle. I'm not sure when it's going to be in real life, though, because I have to have school. I play basketball, and basketball season starts in like a week or two, and then October 22nd or October 27th, I'm going pheasant hunting in Iowa, so I won't be able to film then. And obviously, like I said, I have that, school, and then, pheasant hunting in Iowa, school, and then basketball in a week or two. So yeah, hopefully this episode of the series will be, at this point, it probably will be at some point, hopefully maybe like a month from now. I know you might be thinking you should play it as soon as possible, but you should play it as soon as possible, but also I do want to film episodes, and you might be thinking you should play Game 7 as soon as possible, as their like next video on this channel or something. I'm not going to do that. Because I do want to film episodes for my other series, not just in NHL 22. I want to put not just in NHL 22. I want to film episodes for all my other series, and like MLB The Show 20, MLB The Show 21, MLB The Show 22, Madden 23, and of course here in NHL 22 as well. But yeah. So I'm thinking like Game 7, which will be the next episode of the series, will be hopefully the next episode of the series will be Game 7, which hopefully will be in like a month from now, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. But yeah, hopefully it's sooner than later. But like I said, hopefully it's about a month from now, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And you'll find out what and when. And by the way, I'm not sure when the. You'll find out what and when the next video on this channel will be. You'll find out what and when the next video on this channel will be when I post it. Which I'm not sure, no idea actually when I'm going to post it. There's a possibility that my next video could be possibly after I get back from my hunting trip, which is in like my hunting trip. I leave it in like 2 weeks. And you might be thinking you should film at least one video between now and then, because it's like 2 weeks from now. I might be able to, but also, like I said, I have other things higher on the priority list than filming gaming videos and playing the PS4. So there's a possibility my next video could be after my hunting trip. Which hopefully it's not, but like I said, you'll find out what and when the next video on this channel. You'll find out what and when the next video on this channel will be when I post it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, guys, time for closing the board. If it's up, so hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know what? I'm going to see you in episode number 13 of this Dallas Stars NHL 22 franchise series. See you in episode number 13. And eat a lot of bacon and go, Stars, and see you in Game 7.